Hello everyone and welcome back to the guy. I'm sorry, it's been a long time. I know content's been a little slow here, but I've been immersing myself in the verse. I just needed to feel it, you know? It's been a while. I play here and there, but I just needed to really get a good, 40 hours worth of gameplay. I really needed to feel what is going on in the verse. I needed to feel the development directly. I needed to understand exactly the problems that gamers are having, and I think I've got a good read on some of the issues right now that it could make the game a better experience. Now the feels are still here. I mean, the feels have always been here. The places you can go, you know, the amount of items in the game, the inventory, it could use a little work in terms of some type of persistence. It takes 200,000 credits for me to fit my ship every time I want to be competitive, have that competitive edge against other PvPers out there. And there's a few. And the great thing is that there's more and more people at places that I go to that weren't before, which tells me there's more people playing the game. I love it. I love to hear that. That's possibly, oh yeah, look at me. What's the dude that drinks rum? Captain Morgan? But it takes me about 200,000 credits every time I want to fly a properly fitted ship. It looks like I just got photobombed there. That's absolutely hilarious. And there's a way around having to grind all the time if you have an org. And org mechanics are nowhere where they need to be right now. Nowhere. Everybody's using Discord. It's going to be that way, I think, no matter what happens. But what you're finding is that people who have orgs will find a way to create beacons to transfer money to traders who then fly their routes and then return it to their org leaders for the benefit of the org. And that's dynamic gameplay right now. We're working around mechanics that should be in the game that aren't in the game, and people are frustrated about that, and that's okay. But at least we're finding ways to get the credits where they need to go to help people out in all areas of gameplay. When it comes to PvP, when it comes to trading, the traders have a way of feeling like they're important because what they're doing is they are grinding creds for other members so that they can have better ships, better experiences. That makes them feel good. It gives some type of base to the economy. You know, like there's no economy right now, let's just be honest. But this type of player-to-player interaction gives them fun, gives them something to do. They're like, oh, I'm helping org mates that can protect me, you know, with runs. And obviously there's not a lot of persistence right now for these traders, but there's still some, you know, there's still people out there that grief every once in a while, and for them to be able to have something to do is nice. You know, giving them an opportunity to give credits to PvPers or other members in the org for better equipment, for better weapons, for better ships, and these types of people that need, like myself, 200,000 credits to, you know, have a nicely fitted cutlass or a nicely fitted hornet or gladius, whatever it is that you're flying, or nice weapons over there, for instance. They can do that because the org works together, and that kind of gameplay is gameplay that we had to create. I love that. I love the fact that players are finding ways to create the content. There should be a way in which players can directly give money to other players, and there will be. That's actually planned in the roadmap, so that we're not having to use beacons, so that the money can be transferred directly from player to player. I think any development that helps players connect with other players, and honestly, I think more org mechanics should be put in ASAP, and again, that is planned, but it should happen faster. The faster development gears itself towards connecting other players, the better this game's going to be, because it's going to make interactions easier, and we won't have to always find our own creative solutions like beacons to give money to other players, these types of things. I'm just talking about simple org mechanics where you have the ability to be able to take assets from other people and make them your own. The second you're able to do that, you're going to see very, very cool gameplay, because people are going to go, oh, hey, I'm able to take things from that guy over there and make them mine. And then you have org versus org type wars, and these types of things make gameplay fun for a lot of players, because it means something when you lose something. It means something when you take something. And it means something to help others out. It gives people purpose inside of this, which is awesome. I know a lot of the things I'm talking about are intended for the game. It can be frustrating because our imaginations take us much farther out. And we're hungry, we're greedy, we want the content now, versus, you know, what actually is in the game. The actual gameplay that is in the game right now, the development as it stands versus our imagination tends to be the fight that we have. This is beautiful. I love this. You know, but it only lasts so long, right? Because as beautiful as it is, and as many places there are to go, and all the sites there are to see, and all those feels, right? Because the feels are where they need to be. I love it. You still have physics issues. Got to work on server networking, instancing, more players on every server. These are things that, you know, these are the problems that are in the focus of Cloud Imperium games, and they need to be knocked out. They need to be hammered out, and they need to be put in the game ASAP so people have stable experiences. We're an alpha. I hear it all day long song. You can tell me how we're an alpha. I get it. I'm immersing myself in the verse, everyone. I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing more people. I'm seeing more people log in, and I love that. I love that. I love the fact that gamers are creating their own content. The player base is just saying, okay, fine, we're going to create it. We're going to create PvP events. You imagine every patch, you know, I don't think there's a way around this, but every patch we have where we start from scratch can get a little tedious. And that's the reason why a lot of people are joining orgs, because the word's getting out. You join an org, you ship your money over to your trader base, and boom, the trader base loves it. They have something to do. That money gets spread around. And now you got a hell of a lot more time not to worry about knocking out or grinding out 200,000 credits every patch to get the items that you want. And now it's a little bit more instantaneous. And you know what? You created gaming content. These gamers literally created content. But this shouldn't be the way that it is. I love taking laps around this area of ArcCorp because it just shows me the amount of work that the Cloud Imperium has put in. I'm not trying to diss Cloud Imperium at all. I think they've done a hell of a job. I love the fact that a lot of these developers put their heart and soul into this. I think it's important though that the gamers voice out that they're actually saying, hey, these are the issues. These are the issues with the game. This would make the game better if we did this. And it's just plain cold hard truth, facts from the gamer base on things that they need to make their game more exciting, to give them a reason to keep logging back in. Talk about the trade development division over there. If there is a way, and I know this probably isn't something that we're going to ever be able to do, but that would help with consistency, so that from patch to patch is a little easier, is you take your net worth, all your credits that you have, and you dump it over there. It doesn't matter. Some people would say we're an alpha. It doesn't matter. Game's not released. Therefore, just deal with the fact, you know, that there's no real persistence, and you got to start from scratch every time a new patch comes out. There might not be a way to get around it, but it would be kind of nice to be able to take the things that you've earned. This is part of the allure to any game, is to kind of create your own stash, create your own net value, your own hoard, and then say, oh my God, look at all this I have. And then you pit it up against somebody else's net worth, and you see what ends up happening. And there should be hardcore consequences if you lose it. Either way, win or lose, there's consequences, and those consequences should be hardcore. That's just the way I grew up, though. That's just my type of game. That's I don't mean to push that on other people. That's just the way I like to play. I think that would make this feel more gritty and more the kind of game that I would like it to be. But that doesn't mean that's the way it's going to be, and that's okay. But I do think there needs to be some type of persistence from patch to patch, and I just don't think there's a way around it. And that's, you know, that just might be the way that the cookie crumbles. AI, you know, okay, it's getting maybe a little better, but AI needs a lot of work in terms of the missioning. Like, it's just so bare bones right now. You know, like for people that like the PvE grind, that want to do the missions, there's a lot of missions that are bugged, boxes falling through floors. Again, these are things that, you know, these are the problems. These are the things that need to get fixed directly within the game. And I think, you know, over time that'll get fixed. But, you know, again, you know, people want it quickly because they're in the verse. They're playing it now. And, you know, it gets frustrating for those that play it on the daily, and they keep seeing these issues popping up, and it's not fun for them. And I get it. And I think orgs are the answer. I think playing with other people really is the answer to kind of get over the tedium, to kind of get over the glitches. Just playing with other people tends to solve a lot of that problem. I'm in it, I'm talking to people in the game, and they've got a lot to say, and they're very passionate about this game, and good for them. You know, they should be. Look at how far we've come. This is definitely something worth fighting for. I've been immersing myself in the verse. I'm having a good time. I'll put more videos out like this. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next vid.